First
Apollo
one?
killed Rocky killed his daddy.
Oh, in the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I do need to go back and watch it. How did he end up
Well,
in a
not the
group
first one,
home?
but the second one. Yeah, Rocky. When Rocky was doing Sylvester Stallone doing all his Rocky shit, he beat the black man, killed
Okay,
him.
okay, we on. Hey,
Ah, yo, man, you asked me a question, right? Okay,
let me
scratch
let
that. I
me.
cannot believe you did that.
Okay, you want me to start it over?
No, let's go.
Okay. Hey, happy
Hey,
Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. You are tuned into Transitions, Life, Lessons, and Legacy. I am Hyacinth Henderson. I am joined by my father, the one and only Mr. Robert Henderson Jr., the man with the money and not the muscles.
oh, you can tell you just watched Creed. Oh, you went and watched Creed. Now you mess with me and you messing with your daddy muscles. she just went and watched Creed. Oh,
But don't
now
you
she.
like how that sound? The man
Oh,
with the money, not the muscles?
not the muscles. Yeah, muscle memory, muscle mind. I have that. Man, I tell you, he's a Creed.
You have what's important though,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. All right. Would you like to have no daddy with no mind but big muscles?
No, absolutely not. I
You be in the
said you have
poorhouse.
what's in.
you be in the
You have.
poorhouse. Certainly won't be on this Facebook.
Oh
He'll
gosh.
be on.
So
You'll have a
that's a
couple
good
of your
thing,
heads saying,
right?
"Need
I might
work."
be under the
You
tree.
on the tree tomorrow. Need work.
Help me, somebody help me, please. Yes, I did go watch Creed last night. It was very good. It
okay.
was good. I
Okay.
enjoyed it. And so we're talking about
Yeah.
before we came on the first one and the second one, which I didn't see, so I need to obviously see because I'm like, who's Apollo?
Yes, you don't really know.
Who's
You
that? I
came in
just
half the story. You really go back and recap so you can be brought in the part. What's how the story unveils and why is it and why does this happen? Why did it
hmm,
happen? Kind of like some people that just start reading the Bible in the middle of it.
right.
like what is Genesis?
And right, or they'll just quote a scripture and not all the others understand the story around the scripture and the context.
Yeah, most people that's how they do life. Actually, most
Yeah.
people go about their whole life just born, and
Hmm.
the year 2000, like okay, why is this and why is that? Never ask the questions, but to be able to look at things in its totality, the big picture, that's important. Matter of fact, that kind of leads us into what we're going to talk about today.
Does. It surely does. Nice segue.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, let's tell the people who we are, what we do, what we represent. So I am Hyacinth Henderson of the Henderson Financial Group, and I am a licensed stockbroker, a registered investment advisor, representative, an insurance and annuity broker. I have been here 20 something years, almost 23 years, and I teach money and mindset and metaphysics, and I love what I do.
And I'm Robert Henderson, her father
Hmm.
and daddy at the same time.
I love
Um,
that about you too. Thank you.
yes, I'm father and her daddy.
Thank you so much.
Founder, president, and CEO of the Henderson Financial Group. Been in financial services about 37 years. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm also a certified tax coach. I'm also um, a stockbroker. I'm also um, a real estate broker and also an insurance advisor. So um, we love what we do. This is our passion.
Yes.
We're not a 9 to 5 company. We do full service financial planning. We look at all aspects of your financial life. And we really love what we do with a passion. So it's not just selling stuff, but it's actually helping people figure it out.
Yes.
We like to look at ourselves as being financial physicians. When we do a complete MRI, and we deal not only with the physical part or just the money part, we deal with the mental part. Like my daughter says, we really love the mental part because we know that everything starts in the mind. So
Mhm.
we're really big on metaphysics and dealing with thought patterns and asking a lot of questions and helping you deal with a lot of hangups and reasons. Why you do and why you want and your goals and objectives and having a nice discussion. And we like our practice for that. We really like what we do.
Yep. So today's topic is red pill versus blue pill, and so we're pulling this from The Matrix. When did that movie come out? Like 1999 or something?
Something like that,
I said I need to
97,
go back and
99.
watch it again. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll watch it. Maybe. But I need to go rewatch it. But the point is, we're pulling this from the movie, The Matrix. This is Mr. Henderson's bright idea to talk about this on the show today. He's the man with the bright ideas. So we wanted to bring this to the show really and truly because it is an important topic and it can be applied to your everyday life. So first, we're going to explain to you what the red pill and the blue pill are and the choice you have because you get to choose. We've said this number of times on the show. Every day you get a choice. You get to choose over and over again. And the choices you make determine the life that you live. So in the Matrix, the red pill and the blue pill represent two choices. They represent a choice between the red pill is the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling life. Let me go back. The red pill represents the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life-changing truth by taking the red pill. So if you take the red pill, you're willing to learn two keywords, a potentially life-changing and unsettling truth. So you're saying, I'm open to change. I don't know what it is. I'm just open to it. The blue pill, if you take the blue pill, you're choosing to remain in the contented experience of the ordinary reality that you are currently in. So the blue pill is safe, right? It's saying, I'm safe. I'm right here. I am fine with what I can see, what I know, what I've been taught, what I've been conditioned to believe up until this point in my life. And I am comfortable.
Well, that's true. And as you read the definition, you know, I was picking up what you're putting down. I understand the difference between the red pill and the blue pill. I always like to go and spin it and give more clarity so people can actually see what we're talking about. So I'll give you a perfect example on the red pill.
Mm-hmm.
So people can really, relate and really determine.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you're happily married and you've been married for 20 years.
Okay.
And everything is going great. You and your partner, you're having a good time, and everything is great. And what if someone came to you and said, listen, would you want to know if your husband has been cheating on you for the last 20 years? Would you want to know? Because knowing that, and if you find out he's been cheating on you, immediately your whole feelings, your whole world, the sorrow will set in. That's if you really want to know the truth. Or would you want to not know the truth because the last 20 years have been absolutely bliss for you, and you didn't want for nothing, and you've been having a great time?
So for those of you who are live and watching this, drop a 1 in the comment section if you would choose the red pill, which is you want to know for the last 20 years if he's been cheating on you.
Right. Is this really true? What you've been feeling?
Right. Is this truth, or do you want to see behind the curtain? So drop a 1 in the comment section if you've been married for 20 years in this example, and you want to know. Someone says, hey, I can show you behind the curtains of everything that went on behind the 20 years and you don't know. Drop a 1 in the comment section if you would take that, or if you say, I don't want to know, we've been happily married for 20 years.
That's the blue pill.
That's the blue pill. Drop a 2 in the comment section if that's you.
Right. The blue pill says, no. I mean, why would I want? I mean, if it's a possibility for it to be bad news, and he's been cheating on me for 20 years, and he has a whole nother family. Damn, he's been good. Because every Christmas, every Mother's Day, he's been with me. We got our children. Oh my God. So you telling me that there's a strong possibility that if I take the red pill, all of what I've been thinking, all of what I just is not true. And you're telling me there's a possibility of me knowing that's been a lie. I don't want to know that. I want to continue because I'm feeling good. And it makes me feel good. And immediately, if I know, so the definition of the red pill is actually finding out the truth that can really be unpleasant.
Okay.
Read it again.
When I heard blue possibility, I heard
the blue pill is just I don't want to know.
I don't want to pursue possibility. And I want you all to write that down. Pursue possibility. I don't want to pursue possibility. When you choose to take that blue pill, what you're saying is I don't want to pursue. Okay, let me read it again.
Red pill, what? We're gonna stop it there. Okay.
The red pill represents the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life-changing truth.
That's right. See, that's like if you take that red pill, you could find out that the last 20 years, your wonderful bliss relationship has been a lie.
Or you could not, because the key word is potentially. Yeah. Potentially unsettling or life-changing.
Oh, it's been good. Just right.
Right. If you take the red pill.
What you want to know.
And if you take the blue pill, You're saying, I'm fine with this experience. I want to remain content in the experience of the ordinary reality.
That's right.
I don't want to see behind the curtain.
That's right. I don't
I don't
want to
want to
know.
know how it's made. I don't want to know how hot dogs are made.
That's right. I don't want to know if my partner had a whole complete family over the last 20 years. All I want to do, I want to stay here.
No one's commenting. I guess that nobody wants to.
You think that's tough?
For some people, it could be tough. For some people, it
I
could
think
be.
for most people.
Absolutely. I think for the majority of people, it's tough. And so what I wanted to do is bring to this conversation, because I didn't want to make it so zoomed out that people can't relate and get caught up in, oh, it's about a movie, or even in your example, some people may be saying, well, I ain't married. That don't apply to me, or that would never happen to me. I want to apply it to some areas of your life that you can sit down and have a conversation with yourself and assess if you're taking the red pill or you're taking the blue pill.
Because people do it with their health matters all the time.
And that's one of the areas. That's one of the areas. So the first area, well, maybe we'll start with that one. The first area that I want you to sit down and have an honest conversation with yourself about is how the way your body works. So health. Now you have a decision to take what you've been told, what you've been conditioned to believe about the food that you should eat, about the role of physicians and doctors and medications and all these things like that. You have a choice to take that and just ride out with it. That's blue pill. Or you can explore and start to say, wait a minute. I know that they say when you get this certain age, when you get over 40, your knees don't work anymore, or things like that. Or that's just a function of getting older. If you take the red pill, then you're saying, that's what they're saying, or they may be saying that diabetes runs in my family, or they may be saying that hypertension runs in my family. But what would happen if I take the red pill and start to explore and start to learn my body? Maybe I shouldn't be eating hog mogs and fatbacks. Maybe I should not be eating cheeseburgers and all these things. Maybe there are ways that I need to be fueling my body so that it doesn't fail me. And I can break free of the stigma that all these diseases run in my family, right? So the red pill is exploring, and this is a very important area of life because we all know that the true wealth is health. Because if you have all the money in the world, all the wealth in the world, and you're unhealthy, it doesn't really do you any good. You need health. That's your true form of wealth.
And when Heist is saying the red pill, I don't want you to physically think about a red pill. Really what she's basically saying, she can substitute that word for consciousness, awareness. Because I don't want you to say red pill, blue pill, and then you just keep thinking about the movie. We're just using that as a metaphor. But one is truth and one is consciousness. And some people want to be unconscious about life and just go through the motions. And the other people want to be conscious. They want to be not unconscious. They want to know exactly. They want to examine this and see, is this really real? And some people don't really care if it's real or not. So in order to have a wonderful life that you want, you need to find out, what do you want? Do you really want real? Do you want the truth? I mean, what will make you happy, so to speak?
Right. Are you open to exploring? Right. So going back to the health, there are a lot of people, I don't know the numbers, but a large number of people who are unhealthy because they feel unhealthy.
A lot of people.
Like you feel your body literally is sending you warning signs with aches and pains and all these different signals and signs saying, hey, you got a lump over here, you got a headache over here, or you have this medication, you got to keep running back to the doctor. And there needs to come a point, because I don't want to say you're choosing the blue pill, but there needs to come a point where you ask and you say, I've been taking this prescription medication for 5 years.
Yes.
I've been holding my back, getting out of bed. I've been doing it, and I've been eating the same foods that I was raised to eat. I have been doing the same things that they told me to do. I have been content with the blue pill. And do I want to continue my life this way? Or do I want to say there has to be a better way? The way that I look at the body is like an automobile. I look at the body as an automobile. When it comes time for the automobile to run and I need gas, I am not going to the gas station, putting sugar in my tank, putting water in my tank, and wondering why it is not running optimally. Another thing that I think about when I think about the body is that we all know people who have a 1950 Chevy drop top and it's in pristine condition. And then we also know people who have a 2018 whatever car and it's on its last leg. So the difference is not the car. The difference is how the cars have been maintained. So when we talk about red pill, blue pill, and you exploring and making a choice to say, well, you know what, if I want to actually preserve my body so that, and not just preserve it that you're here existing, but you're living a healthy life, you have optimal health, then you got to think about what are some of the things that you can do. Take that red pill and start exploring what can you do so that you can start to preserve your body in such a way that people are like, oh, you 50, you don't look 50. Oh, you don't feel 50. How are you doing that? Right?
Yes.
So that's one area. One area is the way your body works: health, nutrition, food, medicine, understanding the role between all these things.
Yes.
Another area is religion. You want to talk about that?
Hey, Tracy Tompkin, how you doing? Religion, in terms of you. Okay, so let's go back because some people are just joining us. I can tell. So one is looking at and Heisey was talking about, if you're just joining us, we're doing metaphorically, we're talking about the red pill, knowing something that can potentially be unsettling for you, but finding out some truth.
Basically making the choice to explore.
Right. Or like in the movie Matrix, a lot of people don't want to explore. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to, they don't want it because they're feeling good. So they don't want to know the truth of something, what really is going on. Some people don't really care what's going on. So you want to look at yourself and see, what do you fit in? I mean, and Heisey talked about in terms of health. We can look at that in terms of health, because there's a lot of people, you see those commercials about, smoking and the damages of smoking. And you ever seen those? And ladies that come out of her throat and all that. And they showing you that. And some people just go by, they light up watching it. They actually light a cigarette while they watching the commercial. You know what I mean? That is what you call the blue pill. Not really, just don't care about it. They don't really care. But you could do something. So you're making a choice. So I think whether you're taking the blue pill or the red pill, it all lines up with the way you're living.
Absolutely. Your outcome. Look at your life.
Yes.
Look at your life is telling you if you're taking the blue pill or the red pill.
You can't say why this. No, you know what you're doing.
Like you keep on popping them blue pills, being content with comfort, right? You're content with comfort, and you keep popping the blue pills. There is no logical reason. I didn't say emotional reason, but you can't reasonably or logically expect a different result if you keep taking the blue pill every single day with your choices. And understand that we're not talking about a physical pill, but the choices that you're making.
Right.
The choices, you always have a choice. Right now, you have a choice to either continue watching this or click off of it. You have a choice in everything you do. We just talked about health. It's 12:29 in the PM. You have a choice to go to Burger King for lunch or go to the grocery store for lunch. Right. You have a choice. You always have a choice. So when we think about the red pill, really what it is being open to exploring, even if that exploring takes you down a road that is uncomfortable and unsettling. And I like to use the word takes you down that road because I want you to get the visual of a road and being something that you are driving on or you're walking on. That means you are passing through. You're not going to sit on the road. When you picture a road, I hope that you don't picture a road and cars just stopped. When you picture road, the word that should trigger in your mind is movement, travel. So if you take the red pill and it takes you down the road of something that is unsettling, understand that it's only a moment. You're going to be traveling down that road, and that unsettling revelation won't last forever.
So let me ask you a question. When it comes to religion, what do you think the majority of people are taking, the red pill or the blue pill in their religion and their religious beliefs?
Blue pill all day long. This is why you have people who are protesting and holding on to their religion with both hands. And the basis of religion is love, right? So they forget that part. But I done popped so many blue religion pills that now if you don't believe in the same religion I believe in, forget love. Now I'm telling you, wrong.
I'll kill you.
Your God is this and this. But
I don't want to talk to you no more.
I thought your religion's supposed to teach you love.
Right.
Isn't it love? But they forget that because they've been popping those blue pills so much. So when I talk about religion, I'm not asking you to choose a religion, what I am asking you to do, or is encouraging you to do, is if you take that red pill, is to be open to exploring different religions. Not that you have to go and convert, but maybe reading, open to having a conversation with someone else of a different religion, right? My grandmother, love her dearly. His mom, my granny, she reminds me every time that she loved me. And she feels so bad for me.
Me too.
And she says, I say the same thing you say. I say, he says that. She feels so bad for me. She's a Jehovah's Witness. She's been all my life. And she feels so bad for me because I'm not going to be able to get in paradise with her because I'm not a believer. And she said, if I didn't know and didn't believe, I would be exempt. But since I know and she's trying to teach me and I don't believe, she feels bad. You know what I say? I sit there and I talk to her and I be like, Granny, all them prayers, you got a relationship with the big homie Jehovah. Surely you could say, hey, Jehovah, that's my favorite right there. Let her in. Let her in. I can get in off some of your pool. All them watchtowers and Kingdom Halls you've been doing.
You know what she did to me last night when I went? Everybody know I go on Tuesdays and Saturdays. We do the puzzles. Last night when I left the office and I let myself in, when I opened the door, her car keys was right there on the floor. As soon as I opened the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some paper was on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking around. I go, Ma?
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I look in the door, Ma? She didn't say nothing. And I saw a car out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, Ma? So then I'm casing the scene like, okay, I'm looking at the crime scene. Okay, I say, I hope I come in. Hope I don't come in here. And she laying on the floor and she gone, I said, oh my God. So then I said, let me walk in the kitchen. I walk in the kitchen and she eats some chicken. She busts out laughing. I said, Mom, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I love it.
I said, why'd you do that? She said, you thought I was gone, huh? I said, Mom, that just wasn't good.
She got you good though.
She got me good.
But the point is, we started talking about my beloved granny, who I love so much, because
she that blue pill.
She's blue pill, and I just listen. And sometimes I'll text him and say things about, your mama, with this religion and stuff like that. But the point is, I don't know who's listening. You may be a Jehovah's Witness, and I don't want to.
We got a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses listening.
It's not about that. Right. What it is about is you being open and understanding that your religion is not the only religion.
Wow.
It's not the rights, the king, the highest of high religions.
It's the only way to get there.
It's not.
Well.
It's not.
Well.
Be open.
She said it. I didn't say
right.
It.
I know I'm gonna say it. and so being open, because here's the thing, really, if you take the red pill and if you're open to exploring and educating yourself, because there's nothing wrong with educating yourself, right? Then what you'll start to do, if you do it with an open mind and more importantly with an open heart, you'll start to understand that, oh wait, they saying the same thing that we say over here in our Bible.
Yeah,
they're saying the same thing, but they just saying it differently. They got different characters they use and different titles and things like that, because different people relate to things differently. Different people want their chicken cooked differently. The other 2 weeks ago, I made a whole chicken. I baked a whole chicken, and your grandson refused to eat it. Now he eats chicken, and he refused to eat it. He said he ain't like the way it looked.
Oh, you didn't cut it up?
No, it wasn't. He's used to wings,
right?
Or
you didn't separate the parts.
It was the whole chicken.
Oh my God!
And he refused. And I said, "Well, did you taste it? It tastes like the chicken mommy always cooks." He said, "Yeah, it does, but I just can't eat it, mommy."
You should have blindfolded him, then he would have ate it. But his sight came in, and he said, "Oh no."
So that goes back to religion, right?
Right.
Same thing. We cutting it up or saying it different ways. That's what happens. Some people will eat a whole chicken, be like, "Dang, I got a whole chicken. Thank you." Some people only eat flats. Some people only eat chicken breast. Some people only eat chicken thighs. It doesn't mean that you're not eating chicken. Everybody's eating chicken.
Blindfold them, they gonna eat it.
I'm not doing that to my child. I was like, I don't know what you're gonna eat then, because my work is done. So he figured it out.
Blindfold them, they gonna eat it.
I'm not gonna do that.
Go to Chinese food, eating all kind of stuff.
And he ain't never had no Chinese food a day in his life.
Put some glaze. Put some of that glaze on that.
12 years.
Put some glaze. Put some of that orange glaze on there. You can get him some 10-day-old chicken. He
don't eat that.
Oh,
he don't eat that. He don't even like
you
sauce.
Put some of that sweet and sour one. It could be a month-old chicken. Now,
he'll be here tomorrow, right?
Oh, you're gonna be talking trash.
I'm just letting you know.
He's gonna be talking trash in Monopoly.
Right. He's gonna be here tomorrow. All right. So we talked about the blue pill. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the difference between the blue pill and the red pill. We're pulling this from the movie The Matrix. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Reality,
if you watched it, go
truth,
watch it again.
Seemingly reality, your
Mhm.
beliefs, what you chose to make your belief and stay stuck on it, or do you,
Mhm.
since we have more people that I see that
You want me to read it again?
ask that question again.
I know you.
Ask that question again. Okay, Shay, Tracy, would you want to know the truth? Or
Oh, you're gonna use the one about the wife?
okay,
The married?
all right. I'm gonna ask this question again. Imagine you married and you love your significant other, your spouse, your partner. And for the last 20 years, you all have been just filled with love, peace, happiness, and bliss. And you thank God for sending that person to you. You feel that person was made for you. And it's just, oh my God, people just in awe of your relationship. They want to just know how can they get some of that. And then an angel come to you and say, listen, I know you've been happy. And I know you've been blessed. And you thank God. And I'm an angel. And I'm here to tell you, I could keep on letting you think what you think and feeling good.
Or I can show you behind the scenes.
Or I can show you there's possibility that your spouse has been cheating on you with another family for the last 20 years. No, you didn't miss a beat. You didn't even suspect nothing. He was just that, the spouse was just that good. Would you want to know this truth? Or would you want to say, I don't want to know. I just want to continue my whole thought and my belief because it's comfortable and I'm happy. And to know the truth that your partner has been totally cheating on you for the last 20 years, to find that out in terms of reality, your whole world will come crashing down in a second. You would become so miserable that you could get sick. Would you want to know that?
The angel gonna say all that?
Or would you, that's right. Or would you want to know that? Or would you want the angel to keep you in the
I
dark?
feel like the angel leading the witness.
Would you want the angel to keep you in the dark and keep you bliss? What would you want to do? If you want to know the truth, put a 1. Okay, post a 1. If you don't want to know the truth, post a 2.
And even if you remove the cheating part and stuff like that, like if an angel comes to you and says, hey, do you want to see behind the scenes for the last 20 years? It can be
cheating is death. You gotta have something that really true. Like, oh my God, I couldn't even fathom this, but I want to know. Because you can do that with health. Some people don't even want to know. They don't want to go to the doctor.
Correct.
So it's the same thing. Tracy, you would want to know? Okay, Tracy say, Shay, what about you, Shay? Would you want to know? You'd want to know? So
you don't want to know?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm a red pill person. I would want to know.
And would you leave?
I'd be gone with a quick. I'd be so gone.
20 years?
I'd have been leading, but I would have been leading a lie.
Okay.
I don't like artificial. I really like the real stuff.
Okay.
I really do. I really like the real stuff. I really do. I mean, if I find out I've been eating, I don't eat chicken no more in the last 5 years. But if I find out this ain't been chicken, this has been squirrel.
You angry? Somebody gotta pay.
If I find out I think I've been eating chicken all these years, and I find out this has been squirrel, and you gonna say just come back tomorrow,
right? Eat some more chicken.
I ain't coming back.
No.
And you might say, well, you've been eating squirrel.
Right, what's the
for 20
difference?
years. What's the difference? Just keep coming back. Now I know I'm eating squirrel, and I thought it was chicken. I ain't coming back. So you trying to tell me?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I just asked you.
Well, okay.
You know I'm on the first thing smoking. I'm on the first
Even
thing.
though you was feeling good.
Because for me, it's you lied, right?
Yeah.
It's you lied. It's a
good.
foundation. I can feel gooder.
Oh man.
I can feel gooder when you go.
Okay, what did it say?
Because by asking, I am already seeking answers. Yeah, and so for me, it's about the betrayal. That's what it would be about.
But you didn't. The angel came to you and told you. In other words, in the Matrix, you take this blue pill.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to know. in the Matrix movie, if you take this red pill, you all of a sudden you will see what's real, who lying, who conniving. You'll see. And we think, and right, and Heisey said, and I believe that 95% of people don't really want to know.
No.
Most people just want to be blissed and happy. They don't want to know they be eating squirrel. They just keep telling them it's chicken. They don't really want to know.
Right. Yeah. So we went through, if you're just joining us, make sure you run the tape back, because we are also giving you areas that relate to your life where you can apply this concept, where you can sit down and have an honest conversation with yourself and say, let me make an assessment of my current life. Let me ask myself, have I been comfortable? Have I been conditioned to be comfortable in taking that blue pill and wondering why nothing's changing? Or have I moved and opened myself up to taking the red pill? And the way that you'll know if you've been taking the red pill is if your life has changed. Like if you look back and say, dang, I used to do this, I don't do that no more. If you look and see all the progress you have made, if you have new friends, new acquaintances, then you know that somewhere you've been taking the red pill.
Change your thoughts, change your perspective. You can see differently now.
Yeah. And it's quite possible that you can take the red pill in some areas and the blue pill in other areas.
That's true.
Usually in the areas such as religion, we hold on to that blue pill because our God is the right God. Our Savior is the right Savior, right? Another place we hold on to that blue pill because of conditioning is with health.
Yes.
The medical industry must know my body more than I know my body. I know how I'm feeling. I know what I'm experiencing. But because they ran the blood work and said nothing is wrong, then I'm fine. Although I'm aching and paining and I'm having all these other issues every day. And then all of a sudden, whoops, oh, boop. Oh, how could we miss that? We missed that. So that's an area where people often take the blue pill and you may not be knowing that you're doing it. Another area is finances. Finances. People sit here and believe that you got to work one job, get a 9-to-5, do this, be a county worker, because my mama was a county worker, do X, Y, and Z, spend all my money, get paid on Thursday at midnight, be broke by Friday at 2 p.m. because that direct deposit done hit. People believe that what they have seen, they need to continue. They've been conditioned to believe that as it relates to finances. So when we talk about, go ahead.
That is a condition. That is
and you keep taking the pill.
That really is a mental condition and thought pattern when you feel that you don't have much more in the tank, but what you can see, because you if everybody around you work for the county, then that becomes your normalcy. And anybody outside that doesn't work for the state or the county, that's not your normal, because everybody who you're around, you all are peas in a pot. And then you think that that's all you have, which the world is yours. You could break out and do a whole lot of different things, but you'd have to take the red pill. You have to think outside the box. Like you have to say, why not me? I can do this too.
Another area that comes up as it relates to finances is when we build advanced strategies using life insurance, and people who have been taking the blue pill for so long have been conditioned to think that life insurance is only for when you die, yet and still they have not built any wealth. We've created a beautiful plan for them that can assist them and guide them to where they want to be financially, but they're conditioning that blue pill just keeps saying, nope, life insurance is only for when you die. This person told me this. My uncle Leroy, who's a mechanic, told me don't get no insurance. Insurance don't cost that much. And we built out a strategy. And we've showed you how we use life insurance to not only build, but to pass and create generational wealth. We've shown you this. We've shown you the tax-free advantages. We've shown you how you can get your financial GPS and know where you're going with certainty instead of uncertainty. But because you've been popping them blue pills for so long, you'd rather say, nah, I don't want no life insurance. But then you have your money sitting in the bank where it's earning 0.00%, and or where you may be making $200,000 a year, but you're not saving anything. So if we come to you and we say, or if you come to us, because we ain't coming to you, you come to us and we say, we've built this plan and we suggest that you make $200,000 a year, you single, no children, you blowing money fast, put $25,000 a year in this policy.
And then you ask your barber, and your barber say, it's just life insurance.
Yeah.
Your barber don't know that this strategy is way more than life insurance.
He can't even fathom that because he
He don't know.
And it's not his expertise.
No.
Is if I want him to teach me or say, hey, I'm looking. I remember going through this process when I was looking for a barber for my son. You know, everybody can't blend. They can't do it.
No, nobody can do
I'm
that.
like, how y'all giving people these soup bowls and y'all think it's okay? Like it's thick hair than it's skin. Everybody can't blend. So I had to literally search pictures and find a barber and train the barber that I found to blend my son's fade, to fade it the way that I wanted it faded.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to him. Don't talk to me about that. So why are you going to your barber or whoever, and we're using this as an example, asking them what you should do with your money? So when you take the red pill, you're saying, you know what? I'm looking at how my family did finances. I'm looking at the path that I am on because I've been following the way my family did finances. I'm looking at the path that I am on because I've been following the way my peers do finances. And I am sick and tired of taking the blue pill. Let me take a red pill, come to the experts at the Henderson Financial Group, be open to a different way. And it may not sound like something I've heard before. And I tell my clients all the time, if I'm telling you something that you ain't never heard before, that's phenomenal.
That's right. That's some good stuff. Don't ask why I ain't never heard this.
Because if you heard it before, then you would have done it.
Right.
And if it's something that I did that, it ain't work. So when someone gives you something that's new, that's why you must be open to new experiences. You got to say, you have to push past that fear and anxiety, and fear and anxiety are the results of an undisciplined mind. We'll talk about that in another show.
You know, as you speaking, daughter, I was just thinking back when I was like 16, 17 years old, and I was at home, you know, living with my mother and my uncles and aunts and friends and neighbors and all of them. And a lot of them that figured they had good jobs.
Mm-hmm.
They was working for the state or the county or the city. And I remember looking around saying, ain't none of them wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do what they're doing.
Do something different.
You know that? It was simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was already on that red pill.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you were open.
I was open. I actually seen what they were doing, what kind of jobs they had. I seen them living paycheck to paycheck. And I was young. And I was like, when I grow up, why would I want to pick those?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want to do what they do? Why would I go get a job at the city, the county? Because I'm seeing they're older and they're not living the way I want to really live and dream.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wanted to go to Paris. I wanted to go to snow skiing. I mean, I wanted to go to scuba dive. I mean, I wanted to go to Hawaii. A lot of things, but I didn't hear none of them doing that. And they were going to work every day, every week. They were spending their money. And they would come back and they were talking about, man, I ain't got no money. I got to work. And I was looking around and I was like, oh no, I got to study something that none of them know about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I went studying different stuff.
And good for you for recognizing that at such an early age and choosing to take the red pill.
Yeah.
Because popping them blue pills can become a habit that people don't even realize that they popping blue pills.
And they still doing it today.
Oh my gosh. Earlier this week, I had a call with a lady and she's ready to retire. She's like, I want to know if I can retire. Sweet lady. So I'm gonna help her. I'm like, dang, my heart goes out to her, but she makes $25,000 a year. She's 66 years old. It may sound bad, but how are you making $25,000 a year?
Well, like she's handicapped, disabled? Or
No. She has a job. I don't want to say what job, but she has a job and she makes $25,000 a year and she wants to retire.
She wants to stop making that $25,000.
She does because the lady been working for a long time.
She don't want to make 25 no more. She want to make less.
That's where we're gonna come in and show her. But the point is, she's been on that job for so long, taking that blue pill. I know you don't do this on the World Wide Web.
Was she like Santa's helper or something?
But I'm going to help her. I'm going to walk through this with her because she was on that job popping that blue pill for 30 years and not saying, hold on, I need to be making more. I need a pay increase. What can I do so that I can start making more money? She's ready to retire, 66 years old.
Wow. That's amazing.
And it's not about her. It's about y'all. How many of you have been making the same thing you've been making for the past 5-10 years? We know the prices of things are going up and they're not going back down. Let's just talk about that. So since we know that the prices of things are going up and they're not going back down, have you stopped popping that blue pill and steady taking the same blue pill and steady getting the same income and said, let me take a red pill and let me explore how can I increase my income?
I know somebody's saying, she keep talking about this blue pill. Can you tell them what the blue pill is?
They're going to have to run the tape back. I can't talk to slow people.
But you got to tell them what the blue pill is. Because people thinking about what's the blue pill and red pill. She's talking about, she's metaphorically, she's using that as an example. But that is a mindset of being closed mind. Blue pill represent being closed minded and just going with the bit, just going with whatever happened, just going with the flow. You know,
Mr. Henderson is gonna hold your hand in the shallow end of the pool. They
just going with the flow. They drifting. Hey, whatever comes their way. That's the blue pill. The red pill is saying, no. Let me find out. Okay. The blue pill, like, hey, I'm eating some Chinese food. I don't know what it is. As long as it got some sweet and sour on it, I don't know how old it is, but as long as it's good.
And
the red pill, like, no. Take that sweet and sour stuff off that.
Let me get in the back of that kitchen.
Let me look in the back of that kitchen and see if this squirrel or hopper grass they feed me. That's what the red pill is. You want to know, you want to find out how can I better myself? I need to do something. I need to roll up my sleeves. I want to get to the bottom line. How does this work? That's what the red pill is. Being proactive, being inquisitive, growing, learning, coming out of your shell, coming out of being contented, knowing that you need more. That's what the red pill, that's the whole thought. That's the whole mental attitude, being progressive, saying, okay, no. Thinking back in the slavery days, you're on the plantation. Are you just going to sit there and pick that cotton for the rest of your life? Or are you going to try to dig a hole like Shawshank Redemption? Are you going to be planning on how you going to get out of there when master sleep? That's the red pill. Blue pill, we just stuck.
This is our life.
It is our life.
This is what we got.
No.
I was born a slave. I'm a die slave.
That's the blue thought. That's the blue pill thinking. Y'all got it now? That's what, anytime you're thinking like that, man, you missing your calling because you were created to create by a creator. And there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Don't rest. You ain't got no time for no weekend.
And here's the beautiful part of all of this. You can always make a new choice.
Tracy said here, red pill junkie. You are, Tracy. That's what I like about you, brother. JC definitely, and Shay, you're a red pill junkie too. You can create, y'all ain't stopping. I like that, you know?
You can always make a new choice. I just let you go. You can always make a new choice, but seriously, you can always make a new choice. So if you've been popping blue pills, if you look and you're like, oh shoot, Mr. Henderson Hyacinth, y'all stepping on my toes, you talking to me, how you know you've been peeking in my window. If you do all of that, understand that right now you can make a new choice. Just because you've been popping blue pills for 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, don't mean the red pills aren't available for you.
What's she saying? Just because you've been thinking the same way, getting the same result. You just keep talking about this pill.
They got to come up to where I'm at. I'm in a deep end. We ain't got no floaties on over here. No, man, that's not.
But teachers always, you know,
I ain't a kindergarten teacher.
I would flunk your class. I'd be like, "What you talking about?" I had to copy off somebody's paper.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You teach to the audience. Like, I can feel them. 95% of people on the blue stuff.
Who's my audience? I'm talking to the people who recognize that we used this example last week, y'all.
What did Jesus do?
You can't make people. I'm talking to, like I said last week, I'm not talking to the couch potatoes. I'm not talking to the people who like, oh, I don't even know. I'm talking to people that are understanding.
Talking to Tracy and Shay.
And the people who, because a lot of times, did you have breakfast? What's going on today?
No.
What you put in that tea?
This is some green tea. This wasn't peppermint.
Did you put sugar?
No.
Okay. A lot of times after the show, people will come back and watch our show. Thank y'all so much. I will get the likes next day, later on in the evening. And I cannot believe, I don't want to pretend that I am speaking with people who aren't at a certain level. They've been watching us for over a year, over 2 years now.
It's been 3.
Over 3 years now. So I'm not going to keep taking them back to kindergarten, talking about, here go your primary colors, red plus blue equals green.
During the pandemic or before the pandemic?
Facebook, before the pandemic, you were totally opposed to Facebook and being on the internet. I could not put you on the internet. So it was clearly after the pandemic.
No, I think when we was in Morocco.
Mr. Henderson, you did not. In Morocco, what? You was on Facebook? That was
2019. I think we started in 2018.
No.
No?
No. I know the only time you've been wrong is when you thought you was wrong and then you was right.
Okay, we're going to
But you know you didn't want to be on Facebook before the
didn't.
pandemic because we went to that radio station that y'all had me getting up 5 o'clock in the morning going to.
No, we didn't have to. Your choices had to. You said, okay, let's do it.
You see how he get me off track. The point is you can always make a new choice. So if you've been popping blue pills for the majority of your life, or maybe you're just in a funk, because sometimes we get caught up and we just be like popping blue pills for the last week, the last 30 days, of you with the wrong crowd. And your crowd that you with, you made these new friends and they pop blue pills. They blue pill popping animals.
Same mindset.
You can choose and be like, I don't want to be with y'all no more. I want to be with the people who pop red pills, i.e. tuning in to shows like this so that you can open your mind and expand your mind and broaden your horizons and change your life. So I don't want you to get down on yourself. I want you to understand you can always do better. The last area we want to focus on is relationships and love.
Oh man,
That's a big one.
that is huge.
Lots of people are closed-minded with their rules, their
Oh, man,
requirements,
that's
how it
huge.
should be. If you love me, you got to do this. You want to do this.
Oh man,
Let's
that's
get into
huge.
that. I'm gonna let you talk.
Oh, that is huge. Are you taking the red pill?
Mhm.
Are you into discovery? Do you want the truth, or are you traditional thinking? Okay, this person is smart. I'm smart. We make a good match. Yeah. I mean, what do you think? You think most people, when it comes to relationship and love, do you think they want to know the truth, or you think they want to pretend and fake and just go with the bit or whatever, or just matchmaking and say, okay, you look good, I look good, you make money, I make money. Okay, what do you think? Because as time go on, relationships, because everything changes. Everything is temporary. I want to say that everything is temporary. Okay, everything looks temporary. Everything is temporary. Hair is temporary. Don't I know that? Everything is temporary. Okay, but the thoughts and truth and your and the things that you cannot see.
You can always get hair implants.
I don't want to do that. I like the aging. Like, I can look at my pictures. Okay, and plus I'm waiting for that orange peel where they just poof, big afro.
You got afro. You got the Junebug afro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some braids now. dreads. I like dreads.
Locks.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that. That's coming, right?
It's coming.
The orange peel. I heard about it.
It's on its way.
Orange peel and just boom.
It's absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is that in relationships, everything change.
People change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything change. So when you start talking about love and relationships, it's important that you really take the red pill and you really understand change. You understand growth and development, because I've been married, may be 36 years.
Wow.
And my wife has been at least 3 people.
Well, how many people have you been?
Well, since I've grown, I had to be at least 3 or 4 people too.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because a lot of things I do now, you know what?
Can we have an anniversary party for y'all?
Listen, I take that back, because I remember when I was 40 and people said that I was so incredibly smart, and I really thought I was, until I became 40. I grew to 45.
Mhm.
And then I said, oh my God, I was an infant. I didn't know nothing
Mhm.
at 40. And then when I became 50, I go, oh my God, I really have changed.
So you've changed too.
Oh my
You've been
God.
different people too.
Yes.
So you've been different people. Your wife have been different people.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you were only looking at the superficial things,
right, we would stay stuck. We would stay stuck, just like how people stay stuck in religion religious belief that does not yield them any good. There's no change.
doesn't feed them.
They still wearing their clothes they were in high school.
Mhm.
But when you understand growth and development, then you understand that there is change and you're okay with it.
Mhm.
You really are. You don't really have to continue to wear your hair the way you wore it in the 7th grade.
I think when I think about love and relationships in the blue pill, I think a number of things. The first thing that I think is that people don't understand what love is, and they relate to love based on how they've been conditioned to it. So you may have heard, if someone is in a domestic situation and they've always been in domestic situations, they believe that their abuser abuses them as a show of love.
Yes.
You've heard that before, because that's what their experience was, and that's what they relate to. So they consistently, as long as they are taking the blue pill, they consistently have that experience. Zooming out from that a little bit, also, we can believe that if the person provides for us, offers us care, that they give us love. And care is different from love. So because your spouse, since we're talking about marriage or deep relationships here, because your spouse pays all the bills, takes you on 5 trips a year, keeps you in the latest and greatest, does that mean that your spouse loves you? And sometimes people get caught up in that. And this is where it goes back to your question where you asked, would you want to know the truth? Would you want to see behind the scenes? Another, Shay says, red pill me and therapy. Yeah. Another way that people consistently take the red pill as it relates to love is A lot of people are in relationships or partnerships because they need some financial help.
A lot. That's a dependency.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not really love. That's dependency.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of people that says, even about their jobs, you know, a lot of people that says, you know, if I all of a sudden, if I won the lottery and I got $10 million, I'm going to divorce my spouse, you know, even if I got to get it for half. And then some people say that if I all of a sudden won $10 million in lottery, I'm going to leave this job. I'm just not going to work anymore, you know? So yeah, in terms of the truth coming out, yeah, a lot of people don't love you no more.
Or they were viewing love differently. Right. They didn't really have a full grasp or understanding of love. Here is another example, and I know I'm going to step on some toes with this. The parents who believe that because I beat my child as a form of discipline, I love them. Completely wrong. Completely. That is red pill thinking, because we know that, let's talk about history. We know that according to history, Black folks were beat into submissions by the slave masters.
True.
So because I want you to do what I want you to do, I'm going to beat you. And now you're my child. And because I want you to do what I want you to do, I'm going to beat you. And I'm going to tell you that I beat you because I love you. That's red pill, baby. Excuse me, that's blue pill, baby. So it's time for the red pill to say, let me decondition this. Like Shay said, let me have some therapy to understand that if I wouldn't want a grown person hitting me, it wouldn't be acceptable for a grown person to hit me. Or if I hit a grown person, I'm going to jail.
Well, you know, with the intent for, you know, when parents used to spank their children, it was out of discipline for the children to say, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that anymore. It was meant as an act of discipline, warning tracks. You know, you don't want that. So therefore you need to discipline yourself. Don't do that anymore. It doesn't work, and especially nowadays, it really doesn't work, and it's not long lasting. That's what you're really saying. It's not long. It's only temporary. It's not really long lasting, that discipline, because you can look at the penal system that they lock people up for 10 years, and sometimes some of them get out and go and do the same thing over and over again. They can a murderer, they can give him 20 years, he can get out, he can go and murder again. So that discipline or that punishment
is an outdated form. It's an antiquated form of discipline and punishment.
Yeah, it really is.
But don't say it's love.
No,
because a lot of times what
love.
y'all will do is say, parents will do is say, I beat you because I love you.
Yes.
It's no different from the abuser who is beating his girl because he loves her.
That's right.
I'm beating you because you want to go out with your friends and I'm swinging on you, but I do this because I love you, because I don't want you going out there because you know what's out there. It's the same thing when you beat your children.
It's an antiquated.
It's the same thing.
Mind. It's antiquated thinking of lack of knowing anything better, running out of answers.
And I was just going to say that. I was going to say that because it reminds me of the quote that says, show me a man who resorts to violence and I'll show you a man or woman who's run out of answers.
Right,
so you mean to tell me, you the adult, you the parent, and you cannot outthink this child. You got to beat the child.
Right.
I'm stepping on your toes, and you know what? I'm stepping on it, and I'm grinding with my Timberland boots because I want you to really get this.
Yeah, physical violence is the lowest.
That's blue pill.
Lowest state of consciousness. Because even over there, what they're doing inside of Ukraine and Russia, that is the lowest state, human state of consciousness, is physical, because they're killing each other. You know, so that's so antiquated. That's caveman thinking,
and it's the complete opposite of love.
Totally opposite. And some people say they're doing this for the greater good, but America does it all the time.
Ain't no way. And since you talked about Russia and Ukraine, I remember when that situation first popped off and people were changing their avatars on social media and saying, pray for Ukraine and pray for Ukraine. Let me step on y'all toes again. If you're one of those people that was saying, pray for Ukraine and not pray for Russia, where's the love?
Yeah.
Where's the love?
Because God loves both.
Where's the love?
God created both.
Because the way that the news presented it to you and said that Russia was attacking and all this stuff, do you not think or believe that there are some people in Russia who says, man, we don't want this violence? Maybe they're being affected as well. So now we're going to pick a side based on what the news told us to do. And I'm going to pray for Ukraine and I'm not going to pray for Russia. You got to come up out of that blue pill mentality and really be open. That's what the red pill is about, love. And sometimes you'll get caught up. You won't even realize it. You changing your avatar on social media and you donating to the Ukraine fund, but it's both sides.
Yeah. Russian people are getting killed too.
What?
And they're still humans and God created them too.
Yeah.
You have to look around and say, and God loves that, because the creator created everything, didn't create it for you to destroy it, really, so the red pill is an awakening, I like to look at it as an awakening. If you want to be awakened now, the governor of Florida says that he's against anyone being awake. He wants people to be all in the blue pill and be, just programmed and just do and say which I can't do that and be free because
Mhm.
I've been created. So I have to be fluid and I have to be open for development, growth, and empowerment. And that's just part of my DNA. That's who I am. That's where I came from. So that's why, and that's why I do what I do, because what I do at the Henderson Financial Group, it's in this growth. It really is. I mean, every year, every day, the situation is different, and we're helping people and we're serving people. So if you want to be helped and served, call 305
825 1444. Once
Okay.
again. So when you say 305 and you pause, you know that I'm sliding in with that 825.
I just know it.
Oh my God,
Let's
I
do
love
it again.
that.
So call 305
825 1444.
and get an appointment, schedule a conference, and we could do a Zoom or telephone conference.
Telephone first,
Do it-
please.
Okay,
Please,
do
for
a
me,
telephone
please.
conference and then get an appointment with us, and we'll be happy to talk to you. Everything is confidential. We're fiduciaries, and we won't share your information with anyone,
Mm-mm.
and we will help you out. And a lot of people need financial therapy.
And we're not giving you blue pill financial planning and financial advice because if you calling us, to some extent, you have already did what they told you to do. Like, how many of y'all said we got to graduate from high school,
Right.
go to college,
Get in debt.
get in debt, get a car,
Right.
get a wedding, pay
Right.
for that with more debt, and have 2 children, buy a house,
And you
pay for
stuck.
that with more debt, and you like, this what they told me to do.
And get a job.
This is the
where
American
you can get
dream.
fired.
You've
Okay.
been blue pilling it your whole life.
That's right. And now you're wondering why. And then get in that traffic.
Exactly.
Get in that traffic and take an hour, 2 hours to go home and come back.
Yeah.
And that's your life. And
Yeah.
then just wait for the weekend and spend all your money.
So know that you've been doing the blue pill. So when you call us, please don't expect us to give you blue pill financial advice. That's just not going to happen. We're going to give you red pill financial advice that is going to open up your mind, open up your world so that you can actually start making movements, so that you can actually start doing things, so that you can actually sail off into the sunset and not be anchored. Like, I'm on the boat, I'm in the yacht. Y'all told me to do this. We docked and y'all sailing, y'all moving forward. But why I ain't moving nowhere? Well, baby, because your boat is still anchored, because you still have that blue pill mentality that they have conditioned you to have.
What Jelani said, y'all gonna have them people bugging y'all phones talking about you can't. Hey,
I ain't worried about them people.
Jelani, they've been bugging us for the last 30 years. We telling the truth, man.
That ain't none of my
They've been
business.
bugging us for the last 30 years. We ain't thinking about that.
Whoever them people
That's
are.
whoever them people
I ain't
are.
worried about them people.
You know what I mean? Hey, man, we cool with it. And plus,
Yeah.
enough. I mean, we had an audience of 100 million or something. Then we have to be in secrecy, darkness. We
Y'all know I'ma still be popping out like, what's up?
Yeah, we won't be in this location. We'll be somewhere. We'll be in the ether talking. You know what I mean? But we don't have an audience like that. That's why we want you all to help get this and spread this information.
share.
These are truths that we're talking about. Share. And it's an awakening. And look at yourself and say, hey, man, we're so optimistic and positive that you can do better. We just know it.
Yes.
We're here to help you, just in case you don't know where to turn. That's what the Henderson Financial Group is all about. And that's why we study money, finance, business, LLCs, C Corps, S Corps, taxation. I'm a certified tax coach. If you want to invest in stocks, mutual funds, ETF, we'll educate you on what's going on. Real estate, we talk everything money, because you need money in order to do a lot of things that you need to have done. You really, the scripture says, money cure all things.
You need money to be able to affect change. Ain't nobody listening to you if you broke.
That's so not.
And that's the reality of it. You have a right to be rich. You deserve to be rich. You're supposed to be rich and prosperous, because
Very
when
wealthy.
you are rich and wealthy, you have more options. You have more access. So don't get down like, oh, money is the root of all evil and all those other silly things. You're going to need you some money.
So the Henderson
Money
Financial Group,
talks. Everything else walks.
we're the artillery store. We're the weapons store.
Yeah.
So we're trying to help you. When you get some money, we're trying to tell you how to make it grow, how to leverage it, and how to use it. That's what we're in that. So that's what our cause is. We, for this whole combat, this world, this jungle, this war, we're the artillery store. Come to us, we tell you what you need.
You
man.
have such a vivid visual going on in your mind right now. I can see it the way you just went on. You're like, this artillery, this jungle, like you see
That's right.
grenades
That's
and
right.
brown and green.
It's a war out here. It's a war out here.
You were painting that picture so lovely.
Yeah, man. You come to the Henderson Finance Group, we can tell you need a bazooka, you need a machine gun, you need a knife. We're going to tell you which weapon to use. Depends on what you're trying to do. You may need a rope. I don't know. You may need some scuba tank because you're going to go in the water, but we're going to tell you what to use, how to use it, the pros, the cons, and what it takes in order to really use it and be very effective, because you're going to need money. Don't ever let anybody. Prayer helps, but the prayer that we pray is, God, please open my eyes. Open my eyes so I can see what you've already blessed me with.
Jesus, please.
Please help
Jesus,
me
Jesus.
call the
He's
Henderson
joking.
Financial Group so we can talk to Robert and Heiss and Tavares and Antonio. But we got them. If you're young or old, we can help you. If you got babies, if you got grandma, we can help you.
Jelani, thank you for attempting to correct me. Wealthy, not rich, but it's always a reason why I say things the way that I do. So when I said you're right to be rich, I'm actually pulling that from a book, The Science of Getting Rich, that we talked about in the show before. And you can download it on Librivox. So when I said rich, I meant rich. I didn't mean wealthy. I meant rich.
Hey, we out of time. It's already, oh my God, it's
111. 111. Make a wish.
Wow.
What are you wishing for? Keep it a secret.
Good, better, best.
Said never let them rest. Until your good becomes your better, and your better becomes your best.
Boy, more money, more knowledge, more wisdom, more understanding. Yes.
All
Love
right,
y'all.
y'all. Until next time.
Okay,
Peace.
I'm coming
Oh,
back up
wait.
when?
Oh,
Gotta do the commercial. When next time they gonna see my
hold
face?
on. I'm not sure. You gonna be here Saturday?
Yes, I'm gonna be here Saturday. Rain and shine.
I guess we are indoors.
That's right.
Saturday, tune in. So if you're just joining us, be sure to run the tape back. Also, be sure to share this video. Share the
This
video.
is a good show. I'm telling you, man. You guys, this is pretty good. Somebody on Facebook who's okay. That's Jelani on Facebook.
That's Red is YouTube. He's on my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
So yes, share this video, and Mr. Henderson will be back on Saturday in the AM at 9 a.m. Is James T joining you at 9? Is it 2 shows or 1? Y'all been doing it for the past few weeks.
I don't know. Because he had an occasion. So 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock for sure. 9 o'clock, and
Yes.
then maybe 10:15.
We'll
but
let you know at
definitely
9.
for sure 9 o'clock you'll get to see Mr. Henderson again. And then next week on Wednesday.
Yeah. Matter of fact, not to cut you off, but next Saturday,
Mhm.
I'm going to continue my series on housing wealth. How to use your house to make more money.
This Saturday.
This
Up.
Saturday,
Okay,
yes,
awesome.
Saturday. How to use your money in ways that you never even thought possible.
Yeah.
You don't even need a job. You don't need credit, and you can bring that equity out of that home. I'm gonna show you how to do it.
Sounds good.
And
So
not pay it back either until you did.
And no, really and truly. So I'm making faces, but this is an important concept that everybody should be tuning into. You should be sharing that show with everyone, because we have been taking the blue pill for so long and conditioned to have a free and clear house as a badge of honor.
Yes.
But in 2023, that ain't what we on. We on red pill, because let me tell you where the blue pill mindset of having a free and clear house came from. That came from back in the days when Black folks couldn't have houses. So if you got a house, you want to get a house and you want to pay it off. Like, I own my own house. I don't owe nobody. It was a badge of honor for that time. It was very appropriate for that time. Now we are in 2023. It is no longer a badge of honor for you to have a house that is free and clear and you have no money.
It's like having a car and it's free and clear and it's just sitting out front, never driving, never using, never nothing. There's a lot of things.
And you calling people for a ride, and you like, I need to go here, I need to go there, and then like you got a whole automobile in your driveway. Matter of fact, you got 2, one in your driveway and one in your garage.
We're gonna show you how to use this thing.
So open your mind when you think about housing and homes and what they're for. What do we say?
Housing
is for people, not for money.
That's right. Housing was made to house people, not money.
Don't keep that dead money in the wall. So he'll talk about that on his show on Saturday.
You're gonna love it
at 9 a.m. the AM, and then he and I will be back on next Wednesday at 12ish.
All right,
and that's it, right?
That's it.
All right. Until next time, y'all stay safe and stay sane. Peace.